Hello, this is The Never-Ending Story of Harold Lopez, Part 1. The story is in the simple present tense. The idea is that you understand everything. You are there now, okay? Let's go. Harold arrives at the airport and is late for his flight. He runs into the terminal in a panic and looks around for the information board. He is talking to himself constantly. Stupid alarm, stupid alarm. He looks up and down the terminal until he sees the big black board with constantly changing words and numbers. He checks that it is for flight departures and frantically looks for his flight number. AG312, AG312, where is it? Oh damn, I'm gonna miss this flight, I know it. Finally, he finds his flight number in the list and he sees that the now boarding light is flashing. He looks along to the column which tells him which desk to go to for checking in. 245. 245? Jesus, how many desks have they got here? He looks around and sees desks 122 and 123 and starts running in the direction of the larger numbered desks, dragging his suitcase behind him and struggling with his hand luggage, which weighs almost as much as a suitcase due to his laptop and careful packing of heavy items. Finally, he sees desk 245, Air Gringo check-in, and makes an extra effort to go faster. When he arrives, there are around 15 people in the line in front of him, all chatting and relaxed, and he realizes that these people are probably checking in for another Air Gringo flight. "Excuse me," he asks the person in front of him, "are you going to Miami?" "No, we're going to Nairobi," says the woman, turning back to talk to her companion. "I'm sorry to bother you," he insists, "but I'm on the Miami flight and it is boarding now. Can I go in front of you?" The woman doesn't look very happy, but reluctantly gives up her space to Harold. "Excuse me," says Harold to the next man in the queue, "are you going to Miami?" "No," says the man, "Sao Paulo." And he also turns away and continues talking to his companion. "I'm so sorry," says Harold. "I'm in a panic. My flight is leaving and I have to check in urgently. Can I push in?" Harold tries to smile and look pathetic. "Sure," says the man, "but you know, they won't probably let you in the flight now. It leaves in 15 minutes and you won't get through security in time." Harold is not listening. All he wants to do is get to the head of the queue and talk to someone from Air Gringo. Then he will know what the real story is, and not the opinion of some idiot know-it-all. Finally, after having this conversation 3 more times, Harold is first in the queue, and he gets called forward to the desk. He literally throws his ticket and passport across the counter at the girl and exclaims, "Miami, it's boarding now, please hurry." The girl looks at him and sees that he is in a state of panic. She looks inside the passport. "Mr. Lopez, is it?" Yes, please hurry, I must get on this flight." "I understand, Mr. Lopez, but I have to check some things first." She starts clicking away on her keyboard, occasionally looking up from her screen. Harold can't bear the delay and is constantly looking at his watch. "Do you have any luggage, Mr. Lopez?" Harold realizes that he hasn't put his bag on the scales and quickly lifts it up and throws it down with a crash. He stares in disbelief at the digits on the tiny display. 27.3 kilos. He knows he has no space left in his hand luggage and his bag is 7.3 kilos overweight. He asks himself if he has enough cash to pay the excess luggage charge, but he's been travelling long enough to know he shouldn't say anything yet. It looks like he's going to be lucky. The girl is printing his boarding pass and tying things onto his bag and preparing to give him back his passport and ticket. Then she sees the display, the 27.3 kilos, and looks at Harold. Harold immediately puts on his little boy face and looks at her with his puppy eyes and silently pleads with her to let him go. She thinks for a second, and finally her expression changes. She smiles slyly and winks before saying, "Gate E28, Mr. Lopez. Have a nice flight. Hurry, please. They are waiting for you." "Thank you so much," says Harold, gathering up his things and lifting his bag onto his shoulder. He could kiss this girl right now, he thinks, but there is no time. He runs off, just glancing back for a second and flashing a grateful smile at the girl, who looks pleased with herself for making someone happy today. Harold arrives at security. The queue is ridiculously long, and he sees that he has no chance of catching his plane if he waits in line. There's no time to ask every person in the queue if they will let him pass either, and he scans around for someone official. He spots a security guard making his way past the queue and puts on his pathetic expression and pleading voice again. "Please help me. I'm in a desperate hurry. The flight to Miami is leaving in 2 minutes and they are holding the flight for me. Can you take me through to the front of the queue? Look, here is my ticket. I'm not lying. Please help me. Please." The security man can see that Harold is genuine and says, "Sure, follow me." And Harold can't believe his luck. 2 nice people in one day. The man takes him right up to the X-ray machines and wishes him a safe journey, and Harold expresses his deepest, warmest gratitude to the man as he walks away. Harold quickly empties his pockets, takes off his belt, takes his laptop out of his bag and puts all his loose items in a tray and puts it all on the conveyor belt. He goes through the metal detector with no problems and runs like a gazelle to gate E28 just in time to see flight AG312 leaving the gate with the doors closed. He can see his bag sitting by the exit. He was too late. You need to see Harold Lopez Part 2. Bye-bye.